Today I'm using titanium white, cadmium yellow light, cadmium red medium, alizarin crimson, cobalt violet, cobalt blue, cerulean blue, emerald green, and viridian, a spin-off of Monet's famous palette. I'll start by using a thin wash of cobalt blue to scrub in the composition, keeping it loose but accurate. Start by putting in my sky, which is my lightest value, which helps me to compare the other values to. Making sure the red gets more saturated as it gets further back there. With greens, as they get farther from the viewer, they lose colors, first yellow, then red. So it's more of a bluish green in the distance. Then I get a big brush out to scrub in more green. It's important to force yourself to use a big brush for as long as possible to cover as much of blank canvas as you can. I'm just kind of squinting my eyes at the photo, scrubbing in big shapes of color. I'm trying to get it in the ballpark, but not perfect, because you can always go back, lighten it or darken it as needed. But it's just important to have no blank canvas as quick as possible. Here I use a stick I found in the woods with a rock in it to rest my arm on. It's called a maul stick. You don't have to buy a fancy one, just use a stick. Make sure to have fun. Don't be afraid to experiment. And this last part here, my poppies are hardly accurate. I'm just more going for something that feels good. You have to, at some point, separate the image from the painting, because the painting becomes its own unique thing at some point. I'm hardly even looking at the reference near the end. And I'm just going back in, putting darks in with the greens and lights in with the greens, using emerald green and cadmium yellow light to make a really cartoonishly pop green. But I saved that for the end, and saving that till the end really makes that difference. If you went straight in with it, it wouldn't be as vibrant. And then just putting in the last daisies and touches. Here's a close-up of the final painting. Those brush strokes underneath are from a previous painting that I gessoed over to do this one on top of. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.